Today I have a very special treat. This is the new Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing. You know, Cadillac's come a long way since the old days where it was just old man's car, big boat. You know, originally Cadillac was known as the very luxurious car, and then in the 70s and 80s they just made these huge cars that were just huge and then they started making more European type cars. But this is not really a European type car anymore. This is not like your normal European sports car. This is like only an American V8 muscle car. Of course, it competes with cars like the BMW M5, but it's very special, and it's actually out European to Europeans because it's a muscle car. It'll do a burnout. It'll leave 2 skid marks as long as you want it. 0-60 in 3.1 seconds. Tops out at 205 miles an hour. But it's still very connected because it handles nice, and it actually, you can toss it in the corner, and it's very manageable to drive. Of course, you can have an automatic, 10-speed automatic if you want. Standard transmission, 6-speed manual. Yes, it's a little bit slower, probably slower around the track and the quarter-mile time and all that stuff, but it's a lot more satisfying. Of course, under the hood, we have 668 horsepower of 6.2-liter V8 supercharged. Did I mention 668 horsepower? It is an animal. And it has adjustable, of course, just like most cars, it has all these adjustable modes and things. So when you select the loud exhaust note, it sounds wicked. And when you have your foot planted and you're going it fast and you have that exhaust open, all you want to do is just roll down the window and listen to that noise. So the gear ratios in this thing are something that actually took a little bit of getting used to, because it's really wide. And I guess, you know, when you think about it, you don't, with this much torque and this much power, you don't really need to have a short gear ratio. So first gear in this car is good for 59 miles an hour. That's really tall. But you can still burn rubber in first gear easily if you don't careful. It'll spin the tires. It's got that much power. You have these giant 305/30 ZR19 Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s, which are one of the best street tires you can buy. They feel so gummy and so sticky. You have the Pilot Sport 4, Sport 4S. These things feel wicked. They're so sticky, yet it just pulverizes them. It's just got that much power. And of course, inside you have such an amazing place. It's beautifully done, leather, suede everywhere. The steering wheel feels so nice in your hands. And unlike some of the European cars, what I really like is that most of the buttons and knobs are very intuitive, and you can actually figure out what's going on pretty quickly. You can adjust the menus very easily with the V button, for example. The V button, you press it once and it puts you in the most aggressive settings. Then you have a knob that you can adjust your traction control and suspension management system. And you can put the controls in everything from a wet mode, dry, sport, race 1, race 2, or you can shut everything off. It's really delightful. Of course, something else that's really nice is the configurable dash, which you can customize to your liking, and you have adjustments for almost everything, including your LSD settings. So it's really awesome. What can I say? This is an amazing car. And what's sad is that this is such a great car, but Cadillac has said that this is actually the last of the breed. This is the last internal combustion high-performance car that they're building. After this, the next generation V is going to be electric. So if you like tire roasting performance that sounds wicked when you're in the tunnel, get them while you can.